So my name is Anna, and I'm starting a YouTube channel, and basically it's gonna be all about um, what I'm interested about. So deep conversations, books, horses, dogs, animals overall, spirituality, quotes, and hopefully a lot of other things. I've decided this because I have anxiety and depression a little, and I'm trying to bring out the best of me, which sometimes, most of the times, isn't easy. And most of the times in school, I don't get the chance to share anything that I enjoy doing, which now also includes poetry and songwriting. And I have like tons, really tons of ideas and experiments for for me to do, and for every you. I want to inspire people. That's what I want, and I want to give people a chance to get inspired by me, and also for me to get inspired by you, which happens. This happens like every single day, because I get inspired like out of nowhere, and I'm like just writing or drawing or yeah. And the one thing I wanted to do now, because this is my starting video, and who knows, maybe my teachers will watch it, or some students from my school will watch it and think, wow, that's cool, she does YouTube, she wants to inspire people, then that's cool. And so I wanted to do this idea I had in mind for quite a lot, for probably a year or 2 years now. And I got inspired by this girl from YouTube who went around her city and asked people if deep questions that normally people like you and me don't talk about and don't ask each other. And it's really deep questions that most of us sometimes don't even know the answer to. And I was inspired by her because I thought it was a really great idea, like totally. And so I wanted to do that, but last year I didn't get the chance because I was cracking up from the pressure that we had in school, and it was my first year in a new school and fully English school, and so I was cracking up a little and figuring out in my head some things, but I feel like it's the right time now. But I'm not going to do the video right now of me walking around in school. But I want to do asking myself questions. I have some questions ready from last year here on the notebook, my notebook over here, and I have the questions ready over here. And so I'm gonna just grab a random question, and I'm gonna answer it, read it to, and answer it. And if you can also always comment what your question would be to each one of these, and maybe then let me know if I should do it in school, because I know I should, but you know, anxiety. Laughing at my own jokes, that's what I'm good at. So let's start. Here we go. If you could travel anywhere, where would you go and why? If I could have or did have the finances for traveling anywhere, I would go to Bali and to space, because I would, in these two places, I feel like, for me, there's an energy that draws me towards these two places. And I've been to Bali, but I didn't get to explore the whole island, so I really want to go there and explore more and be like, yes. And because I've met like really good people there, and it was kind of like my spiritual awakening, realizing how powerful I am, what I can do, and how much energy goes through my body, and that I can actually use that energy, which is mind-blowing. I basically, when I first experienced that, I almost fell down because of how the energy wave just knocked me down. Yeah. And I want to go to space because I feel the same energy that goes through me is up there somewhere. And the feeling of seeing everything on Earth so peaceful, so perfect, just like as it's supposed to be. Everything, like, yes, there will be parts of the Earth lit up, and then others shut, like, completely dark. But it's like how the Earth is supposed to be. It's negativity and positivity combined, half, and everything is actually in harmony. It's just our point of view that kind of shifts that. and we think that, well, I'm not feeling great today, so it's bad for me, but it's not bad for me. The situation that we're in right now is teaching us something that we should know, and that will help us get over a challenge in the future. Doesn't have to be anything big. I mean, like, for me, it was just it was realizing that I knew how to write poems, I knew how to be creative, and I just needed an audience to show it to. I needed someone to say, wow, she's really good, she has a talent. Well, I don't consider it as a talent, I consider it as a gift that was given to me. But, and yeah, I needed to show someone that I'm good at that, and that I value myself for that. And it was standing up in front of the whole school and the parents. But I've realized that it isn't about me standing there, but it's about how I get the message to them in their mind, and how I inspire others to do things that they want to do, even if they feel like they can't because of their mental state, which I was afraid too. I was really afraid. I was shaking terribly, but I did it, and yeah, that's kind of it for the first question. Okay, so I'm gonna choose the second question. Not looking. Okay, this is a really deep one. If you could change the world, what would be the action and why? It's a really deep and difficult question, but I would I would definitely want to teach people something that I know from my experience and from my past lives, that is still embedded in my soul somehow, and I'm just rediscovering that path. I just want people to not judge other people that much, because you never know what anyone is going through. You never know how anyone is feeling. Even though they're smiling, they might feel sad inside, or stressed out, or anything. So I would want to change the world in that, because this small thing would change a lot, and would help people realize that even though we might not have money, we might not have anything materialistic for the others to give to others, we have our hearts, our kindness, and our love to give them, and that even at times of poverty, in times of depression, or in times of collapsement, we just want to be together. We just want to feel loved and happy and not alone. Not, well, you can be alone, but alone, you don't want to be lonely. Yeah. So that's basically it for the second question, because only like can this small action can actually lead to bigger changes, like not only within the country or the village you're living in, or the town, or whatever, I don't know, but also it can make a change worldwide. And we are living on this planet and acting as if it was ours, but it's not. We came here after, we, and we took everything we could, because our minds were apparently more smarter than the animals are, and plant mind, which I don't agree with that. Sorry. Okay. Also, like, just want to add in, if any of you don't agree with my opinion, then don't be afraid to uh, to comment your opinion, and of course we can discuss it later. I don't mind. I'm an open-minded person, so I'm like, say whatever you want to me. I don't mind. I won't judge you. I feel like every human being is on a certain level here on Earth, and some people are on a higher level, some people are on a lower level, but we are all equal, and we don't have to be afraid for anyone or to speak to anyone, which I was, and sometimes still am, but I'm figuring stuff out, so maybe in a month I'll be like wandering around asking everyone the these deep questions, and yeah, hopefully soon. Okay, let's go to question number 3. I want this one. Yep. What do you think are the 5 most beautiful things in the world? Why? First of all, it's a smile. Seeing someone smile is so empowering and so beautiful that, wow. Yeah. The nature is beautiful, really beautiful. My family, and like, of course, like every human being is beautiful. Like, well, not every human being, but let's just say every being is beautiful, which includes plants, animals, spiritual beings, humans. I don't know, everything is a being. Everything has a soul. I believe that. I don't know if I'm right, but yeah. Nature. I said nature. expressing yourself is beautiful. And that might include style, because I'm sure you will see me wearing outrageous outfits. But yeah, that's just who I am. And a very outrageous girl. Not right now, but normally I am. And also, like, through writing, for me it's poetry, painting, through maybe tattoos. I'm planning to have one over here. Also through dance, through singing, through whatever, like whatever you enjoy doing. Be creative with it. Building things. Ceramics. Writing a paper, like even an essay for geography. Why did I say geography? Or like English or anything. Like anything. You can be creative in your own way. Taking pictures. Anything. And also, just energy is beautiful. Energy is beautiful because for me, when I have some like episodes of depression, I feel drained. I feel like I can't do anything and I just want to lay in my bed. But I push myself to do anything. I push myself. But then there are times when I'm right now, when I feel like full of energy, and the need for me to share something like this with you is really big, really empowering, really beneficial for me, and I believe for you too. So yeah, those are the 5 most beautiful things in the world for me. So that was question number 3. Let's do question number 4. Yeah, I got it. I'm just moving things a little bit around, but would you rather live without TV or music? Definitely without TV, because I don't watch TV that often anyways, and I feel when I listen to music, and I usually listen to artists that many people don't listen to, or many people my age don't listen to. So that means like really old music, like the Beatles, John Lennon. I've got Bryan Adams in there, the Queens. And I feel every time I listen to music, I get inspired. I get some ideas that I'm like, wow, yeah, I could do this. I could write about this. Or like I'm like letting everything go and just dancing to the music. For example, when I have a really hard day at school, I turn the music in my headphones, or well, I don't have headphones because I have hearing aids. So I have like a small device around my neck, which connects to the phone, and the device itself is connected to my hearing aids. And so I turn that like turn it on my mobile phone. I turn the music on the loudest and listen to the song, listen to the lyrics, listen to the rhythm, and just dance. And at that point, I don't care if anyone's walking in the street or if anyone is just like staring at me like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you don't, what? Because now I don't really care what people think about me, and I'm just like, I need it. This is my time, my space. And if you have a problem with it, either don't look at me, don't just go away, or come and talk to me. Like, ask me what I'm doing, or ask me, tell me, like, I think it's not normal for people to do that. And yeah, it's not normal for people to do that, but I've come to realize that it doesn't have to be normal for people to see that I'm not feeling well. And if I'm not feeling well, I'm not myself. So in order to be in balance with that, I let the music completely engulf me and just let that energy fill my body. And like, after I get home, which is like about an hour, I feel fine. I'm like relaxed, totally fine. Not ready for cool things, but yeah. Oh, yeah. Also, I'm really sorry for having these long answers, but these questions mean a lot to me, and sometimes I'm really surprised myself what I'm answering, because I did not look at these questions for a year, for about a year. So this is the first time in a year that I'm looking at them, and I feel like a lot of things have changed for me ever since that year. So hope you don't mind.